Productivity is something everyone talks about but very few people actually master in their daily lives. We all want to get more done in less time. We all want to avoid procrastination, distractions, laziness, and excuses, but the truth is most people spend their days working hard without really being productive, and that's why today we are going to talk about 3 productivity hacks that actually work, practical, proven, and simple strategies that you can use every single day to transform the way you work, study, and manage your time. These are not random motivational tips. These are techniques used by high performers, entrepreneurs, students, and successful people around the world, and once you apply them consistently, you will notice a massive difference in your focus, discipline, and results. The first thing we need to understand is that productivity is not about doing more, it is about doing what actually matters, because you can fill your day with endless tasks, emails, notifications, and still end the day with a feeling of emptiness, like you didn't accomplish anything real. So the hacks I am sharing today will help you eliminate distractions, stay in control of your time, and focus only on the high-value actions that push you forward, and that's the ultimate secret of productivity. Now let's dive into the first hack. The very first productivity hack that actually works is called the 2-minute rule. This method is extremely simple but powerful, and it comes from David Allen, the author of the famous book Getting Things Done. The rule says that if a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, you should do it immediately instead of writing it down, postponing it, or overthinking it, because the truth is, when you delay these small tasks like replying to a short message, sending a quick email, putting your shoes back in place, or throwing trash away, they start to pile up in your mind and create unnecessary mental clutter and stress. But when you handle them instantly, they disappear from your to-do list and you free up mental energy for more important tasks. This rule is so effective because most of our procrastination is not about big projects but about little annoying things that keep bouncing in our brain. Once you start applying the 2-minute rule, you will feel lighter, more organized, and less stressed, and the best part is it takes zero planning. You can use it anywhere, anytime, and the more you practice it, the more productive you feel. Think about it: every time you say "I'll do it later" to something that takes only 2 minutes, you are actually building the habit of procrastination. But when you do it now, you build the habit of action. So this hack is not just about saving time, it is about training your brain to be a doer, and that mindset shift can completely change your life. Now moving to the second hack. This one is a game changer, and it is called time blocking. Instead of having a long to-do list that overwhelms you every single morning, time blocking forces you to design your day with structure and clarity. The idea is very simple. You take your day and divide it into blocks of time. Each block is dedicated to one specific activity. For example, from 8 to 10 a.m. you work on your most important project. From 10 to 11 you answer emails. From 11 to 1 you study or attend meetings. From 2 to 4 you create content or finish assignments, and so on. The reason this method is so powerful is because our brain loves structure and boundaries. When you don't give your brain clear limits, it gets distracted easily and jumps from one thing to another. But when you block your time for a single activity, you remove decision fatigue. You know exactly what you should be doing right now, and you eliminate the temptation to multitask, which is one of the biggest productivity killers in the modern world, studies show. That multitasking reduces your efficiency by almost 40%, and yet most people still do it. But with time blocking you become intentional with your time, and that's how high performers manage to achieve so much in the same 24 hours we all have. You can use a calendar app, Google Calendar, or even a notebook. The key is to respect the blocks as much as possible and not allow random distractions to eat your day. For example, if you planned 2 hours for deep work, then during that block you turn off notifications, keep your phone away, and focus only on that single important task. This simple system creates discipline and consistency, and it also gives you freedom because you don't have to constantly think about what's next. Everything is already scheduled in blocks, so your brain is free to focus on execution and not decision making. Now let's move to the third productivity hack, and this one is about managing your energy, not just your time, because productivity is not only about how many hours you work, it is also about how much focus, energy, and creativity you bring into those hours. And this hack is called the 80-20 rule, also known as Pareto principle. This principle says that 80% of your results come from only 20% of your efforts, tasks, or activities. In simple words, not everything you do in a day has equal value. Some actions are extremely powerful and bring massive results, while most of the other actions barely move the needle. The trick is to identify your 20%, the high-impact tasks that create the biggest results for your goals, and then put your energy into those first thing in the day. For example, if you are a student, maybe your 20% is studying the main subjects that will appear in exams, not wasting hours on unnecessary notes. If you are an entrepreneur, maybe your 20% is closing deals or building new products, not endlessly checking emails. If you are a content creator, maybe your 20% is scripting and recording videos, not just scrolling on social media. When you know your 20% and focus on it daily, you automatically become more productive because you are using your energy wisely. The problem is most people do the opposite. They spend 80% of their energy on low-value activities like replying to every notification, attending every meeting, doing busy work, and then they wonder why they don't see results. But successful people are ruthless with their focus. They know what truly matters and they double down on that. So if you want to apply the 80-20 rule in your life, start by asking yourself, what are the few tasks that create the biggest impact in my career, studies, or goals? Once you identify them, schedule them in your time blocks and use your peak energy hours on them. For most people, the morning hours are the best for deep work because your brain is fresh and distraction free, but you can experiment with your own rhythm. The key idea is stop wasting energy on tasks that don't matter and start putting your best energy into tasks that matter the most. When you combine the 2-minute rule, time blocking, and the 80-20 principle, you create a powerful productivity system that is simple but extremely effective. You handle small tasks instantly so they don't pile up. You structure your day with clear blocks so you always know what to do, and you focus your best energy on the few high-impact tasks that drive 80% of your results. This combination is deadly against procrastination and distractions, and it transforms the way you work. Imagine how your life would change if every day you consistently acted on these 3 hacks. No more wasting hours on random random activities, no more confusion about what to do next, no more stress about unfinished tasks. Instead, you would wake up with clarity, spend your energy on what matters, and finish the day with a real sense of accomplishment. That's what productivity is all about, and once you master it, success becomes inevitable, because productivity is not just about work, it also gives you more free time for your family, your hobbies, your health, and your dreams. These hacks are not complicated, they don't need expensive tools or apps, they just need you to be consistent and intentional. If you practice them daily for the next 30 days, you will feel the difference. Your mind will be sharper, your focus stronger, and your results bigger. So remember, productivity is not about being busy, it is about being effective. The 2-minute rule teaches you to act immediately. Time blocking teaches you to control your schedule, and the 80-20 principle teaches you to focus on what really matters. Use them together and you will become unstoppable.